Hey everyone, and welcome to Book Lovers Unite. Today, we are diving deep into a book that has, no joke, transformed millions of relationships. We're decoding The 5 Love Languages by Dr. Gary Chapman. Let's get right to it.
Have you ever been there? It's such a common and frustrating feeling. Maybe your partner is working super hard, or buying you nice things, or always doing chores around the house, but you still feel like something is just missing. You feel disconnected, maybe even a little empty inside.
And that, right there, is the huge, game-changing idea at the heart of this book. Dr. Chapman says the problem isn't usually a lack of love. It's a failure to communicate that love. It's like you're speaking French and they're speaking Japanese. You're both saying, "I love you," but neither of you can understand it.
So, to help us get our heads around this, he introduces this really simple but brilliant metaphor that just makes everything click. He calls it the love tank. Just picture it. Inside each of us is this emotional gas tank, and every single thing that happens in a relationship either puts a little fuel in that tank or it siphons a little bit out. When your partner feels loved and understood, their tank is full and they're happy. But when they feel ignored or unappreciated, that tank starts running on fumes.
And okay, here's the kicker. This is the crucial mistake we all make. We naturally show love in the way we want to receive it. So, if your love language is getting gifts, what are you going to do? You're going to buy your partner gifts to show you love them. But what if their tank only gets filled up by, say, quality time? Those gifts, even though you meant well, are basically pouring diesel into a car that needs unleaded. It just won't work.
So, how do we fix this communication breakdown? Well, the solution is actually pretty straightforward. We have to learn our partner's language, and then start speaking it. Dr. Chapman found that there are basically 5 universal ways that people give and receive love.
These are the 5. And figuring out which one of these is your main language and which one is your partner's, that's the key that unlocks everything. So, let's break them down, starting with the first one.
All right, language number 1, words of affirmation. For people who speak this language, words are not just words, they are everything. That old saying, "Sticks and stones may break my bones," is completely wrong for them. Words can build them up or tear them down. And you've got to understand something here. It's not just about mindlessly saying "I love you" over and over. It's about being specific and genuine. A simple heartfelt, "Wow, you look amazing in that dress," or "Thank you so much for handling the bills, I really appreciate it." That can fill their love tank for days. And please remember, your tone is everything. A sarcastic compliment is actually worse than saying nothing at all. Okay, let's move on to our second language, quality time. And this one gets misunderstood all the time, because it's not about just being in the same room together. And this slide just nails the difference, right? Proximity is just sharing space. You're both on the couch, but you're lost in your own phones. That doesn't count. Togetherness, that's about sharing an experience with focused, undivided attention. It means putting the phone down, turning the TV off, making eye contact, and actually listening. For this person, your focused attention is the most precious gift you can give. Next up, language number 3, receiving gifts. Now hold on. Before you jump to conclusions and think this is all about being materialistic, that completely misses the point. It actually has very little to do with how much a gift costs. See, for this person, a gift is a tangible, physical symbol of affection. It's an object they can hold in their hand that says, "Hey, even when I wasn't with you, you were on my mind." The thought has to be made visible. And this is exactly why forgetting a birthday or an anniversary is so devastating to them. It's not about the missed gift, it's about the message it sends. "I forgot about you." You know that classic saying, "Actions speak louder than words"? Well, that is the personal anthem for our 4th language. For this group of people, talk is cheap. What you do is what really counts. This is acts of service. It's all about easing your partner's burdens. So, cooking a meal when they're tired, taking their car to get washed, or doing a chore they absolutely hate, especially without even being asked, that is one of the loudest, most profound ways you can scream "I love you." It says, "I see you're overwhelmed, and I'm on your team." And that brings us to our 5th and final language, physical touch. And it is so important to understand that this goes way beyond the bedroom. For a lot of people, appropriate, non-sexual touch is their main emotional lifeline. These small, consistent moments of connection are what keep their love tank from running dry. Holding hands while you walk, a quick back rub while you're watching TV, a meaningful hug before you leave for work. These things can communicate more love and security than 1,000 words ever could. For them, physical distance very quickly turns into emotional distance.
Okay, so we've gone through all 5 languages. The big question now is, which one is yours? And just as importantly, which one is your partner's? Well, lucky for us, Dr. Chapman gives us a pretty simple framework with 3 clues to help us figure it out. So I want you to take a second and really think about these. First, what does your partner do or fail to do that hurts you the most? That's a huge clue. Second, what do you find yourself asking for all the time? Your requests often point directly to your deepest needs. And finally, think about how you naturally show love to other people. We tend to give love in the way we'd like to get it.
Now, this next part, for me, this is the most profound and powerful part of the entire book. It's the distinction he makes between the feeling of being in love and the daily act of real love.
That initial in-love feeling, the butterflies, the obsession, that's basically a wonderful temporary chemical high. It feels effortless. But scientists say it only lasts about 2 years, tops. And Chapman says this is where so many relationships fall apart. Because people think the fading of that high means the love is gone. But really, that's the point where real love finally has a chance to begin.
Real love is a choice. It's an act of your will. It's choosing to do the dishes for your acts of service partner even when you are bone tired and it's the last thing you want to do. Why? Because you know it will fill their tank and make them feel loved. It's a conscious decision to put their emotional needs on the same level as your own.
And that, right there, if you take only one thing away from our chat today, let it be this. This is the secret. It's about empathy. It's about getting out of your own head and learning to see the world through their eyes. It takes work, absolutely, but the payoff is a connection that's deep, secure, and built to last.
So, I want to leave you with that question. After hearing all this, what do you think your primary love language is? And maybe even more importantly, what do you think your partner's is? Let us know down in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And hey, if you found this helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to join us here at Book Lovers Unite for more deep dives into amazing books. Thanks for watching.